and the Southeast Asian Regional Center for Graduate Study and Research in Agriculture, or SRAGA in short. The overall theme of the conference, Feeding Asia in the 21st Century, Building Urban-Rural Alliances, is most apt, as it reflects the need for us to widen our perspective and find holistic solutions to solve our food security issues. Food security has traditionally been considered in the context of rural poverty. However, the 2007 and 2008 global food crisis saw food riots and demonstrations in many parts of the world and brought the topic of food security to the forefront of international attention. Far from being a one-off event, this crisis highlighted the vulnerability of our global food system and the need for countries to re-examine our food security policies and approaches. The underlying demand and supply factors which led to today's global food situation have existed for some time now. For instance, global agricultural productivity has been in decline due to years of underinvestment in agriculture, while global food demand arising from an expanding population has been steadily increasing. Climate change and extreme weather events have also compounded the food shortage problem. Food security is a complex problem. The answer is not as simple as merely increasing agricultural production. Given the increasingly interdependent world we are in, our international and domestic policies in areas such as trade, finance, and energy also have an important effect on food security. Today, food security has been firmly placed on the agenda of key regional and multilateral fora. Let me elaborate. First, within the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN in short. In 2009, ASEAN adopted the ASEAN Integrated Food Security Framework and formulated a 5-year strategic plan. Work is still ongoing. The main objective of the AIFS is to enhance cooperation among ASEAN nations and ensure long-term food security in the region. Next, at the larger regional platform of the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation, or APEC. Traditionally a trade-related platform, APEC has also recognized the significance and interdependencies of trade and food security. At the inaugural ministerial meeting on food security in Niigata last year, APEC economy agreed to facilitate agricultural investment, trade, and markets as part of our ongoing efforts to enhance food security within APEC. Last but not least, at the multilateral G20 platform. This year, the French presidency has decided to tackle the negative effects of food price volatility on global food security. In addition to the agricultural development, the G20 is also looking at other aspects that would have a bearing on global food security, such as international coordination, trade, development, and finance. This growing recognition on the importance of international cooperation in ensuring global food security is certainly a step in the right direction. Countries will now need to work on putting the plans into action. Singapore is no exception. In fact, food security is especially a concern as we import more than 90% of our food. We are a small city-state with no hinterland. We are also a price taker and face the twin challenges of food price and supply volatility. To ensure our food supply resilience, we have decided to diversify our food sources. For instance, we import our meat products from all over the world, even as far as Brazil and Argentina. By tapping on as many food sources as possible, we are better buffered against short-term supply disruptions from any one source. Not only do we aim for a resilient food supply, we must also make sure that our food is safe for consumption. Our Agri-Food and Veterinary Authority, or AVA, has put in place a rigorous science-based food safety regime and works closely with the industry to maintain high food safety standards. Another important strategy to enhance our local production of three key food items, namely eggs, leafy vegetables, and fish. We target to increase our self-sufficiency from 23% to 30% for eggs, from 7% to 10% for leafy vegetables, and from 4% to 15% for fish. We will help our local farms increase their productivity and yield. ABA launched a $10 million food fund in December 2009 to help fund companies' capability building to boost production. The response was good, and of the 48 applications received, ABA awarded nearly $6 million to 15 projects. Last week, ABA also just launched a second tranche of $10 million. The government hopes that with funding support, our companies and farms will be incentivized to explore new farming technologies and build up capability to ensure our food supply resilience. Beyond addressing the immediate challenges, we should have a broader, more holistic view of food security. This includes how Singapore can contribute to global food security. Although Singapore is not an agricultural country, there are aspects of the food value chain that we can contribute to. A case in point is research and development. Singapore has excellent infrastructure, a robust intellectual property regime, a pro-enterprise tax structure, and a conducive financial environment to support both publicly and privately led research. Our tertiary and research institutions do valuable and meaningful work with regard to food security. Let me briefly mention two projects as an illustration. The first is a project which recently received a grant from the National Research Foundation. It is a collaborative project between the National University of Singapore, NUS, the Temasek Life Sciences Laboratory, and the International Rice Research Institute to explore how to improve rice yield and disease resistance. It is also an interesting example as Singapore does not produce rice itself. However, the project has potential benefits for Asia, and by extension, Singapore as well. The second is the work being done by the S. Rajaratnam School of International Studies, Center for Non-Traditional Security Studies. As a think tank, it produces valuable think pieces on food security from a bird's eye and interdisciplinary perspective. Its research helps us to better contextualize the various aspects of Asian food security with respect to the global food supply chain. The Center also organizes conferences such as the one today to foster information and technology sharing and knowledge sharing, and hopefully allows us to identify innovative solutions to global security issues. The private sector also plays a key role. The Singapore Economic Development Board, or GEDB, is keen to develop Singapore into a hub for agribusinesses by supporting the setup of the operational headquarters and trading operations, as well as upstream R&D. Syngenta and Bayer Crop Funds have established research laboratories in Singapore to develop elite crop varieties for the region, utilizing cutting-edge breeding technologies based on genomics. Such valuable work can later be translated into increasing agricultural output for the region. Apart from increasing R&D and investment into agricultural development, we can also explore other novel, new ideas that can potentially change the way we think about achieving food security. From Singapore's perspective, one possibility is to leverage on our densely populated and urbanized environment to find unique urban solutions to food security. These can eventually be shared and replicated in other cities. One such potential is in urban farming, where agricultural production is creatively brought within city boundaries, thus reducing its resilience on food imports. Through urban farming, ideas such as rooftop farming have been talked about before, and we have not yet been able to implement these ideas on large and commercially viable scale. Nevertheless, we are making some progress. Just last year, AVA concluded a pilot project with a local company, on a commercial vertical farming prototype. We hope that more such projects and collaborations can be explored, and that one day Singapore can be the center for urban farming. Let me conclude by urging all of you to continuously generate ideas and innovate solutions to tackle the global food security problem. As food security issues transcend national boundaries, we must seek to forge win-win partnerships and work closely with one another. Over the next 3 days, there will be many opportunities for participants to share information, to discuss pertinent issues, and network with a variety of stakeholders. I hope we will have a fruitful